Hello, world. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to another exciting episode of You've Already Peaked Gaming Podcast, featuring your host, that guy, Locar. Also featuring me, this guy, Lobster.
Hi.
Hey, man.
How are you? Yeah.
I just watched the base building video. Oh, can you see that? Like, my eyes are still red from like crying, laughing. I'm finna die, Brad. When you drop down, I don't know how to open the door, Brad. I don't know how to open the door. I was like, get in the thing and fly away. Get on the thing and fly away. The helicopter just barely moving. You run over. It's locked.
Did you put gas in it? I don't know.
Oh my god.
Oh, it was so funny. So I tried to use your video for that because I was like, oh, we'll do dual perspective, but that was when we had the audio issue on your end, and so I was like, I couldn't clip any of your stuff out because it was all
still worked out good.
It was pretty fucking fantastic. But my favorite part is the end of it. We're like, oh, let's do some more base building. Maybe we'll build a ship. And I turn around and the whole base just collapses. Harambe with an inside job.
Man, that day of just not even a day, that like 3 hours of just fucking around like that was so much fucking fun. I still think we should, I don't know how many we can get into like 1 7 days thing, but we should do like a round table where we're all equal distance apart, and it's like you have like a 2x2 cell, and all you can do is like, it's the first one to like last one standing basically.
I had this idea of doing kind of like that where everybody, like, we draw out an area basically and just say this is the zone, like we can't go any farther than that, and everybody starts in an area with a chest that has X amount of mats in it, and so like you basically dissolve like all the stuff that's around you. Here's X amount of mats that you have, and build a base within a time frame, and then I'll bring on a horde, and then because we're in a certain area, the horde just spawns in that spot where everybody would have to defend against it in their own little zone.
Yeah.
And I feel like that could be a lot of fun, but I never figured it out because I just don't know how many people we get to play that. I'm sure we get a bunch. Remember when we did that, when I built that arena and me, you and Sean.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Too.
That's kind of that.
It's all gone now though.
Yeah. It's all gone. I've none of this.
What did that take? Like 2 days?
I think when
2 solid days of fucking.
I like 6 hours a piece, 2 solid days to like build that whole arena, and it worked out. Yeah, it worked out fairly well.
The lighting was good.
Mm-hmm.
All the different like where stuff was put.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Yeah, so you had good sight lines for like doing the sniper shots and like enough stuff that.
Eat dick, Call of Duty. Take fucking notes.
But yeah, it was a good video. It made me laugh. I was gonna bring it out as like a regular 7 days, and then I was like, no, this is like a perfect Freaky Friday. So
yeah, since my OBS
it decided not to record,
I had to update it. It wouldn't record anything.
Oh, really? Is that what it was?
It would just give me. It's like every time I would press start, it would run for like literally like not even a full second, and it would stop.
Oh, interesting. I have an update, but I haven't updated it. But we're okay right now. Crossing fingers and knocking on wood. So,
yeah.
And then
it was a good filler.
Good little filler. I've got the Horde Night for 7 days coming out for just that quick little playthrough I did. My first 7 days went through
on Alpha 21.
On Alpha 21, and then I've built the world and I'm putting together all the stuff I need for the upcoming series, my 7 Days of Shop series. So that trailer apparently blew up, and like, I don't know. I don't know how fucking YouTube's algorithm works. I just don't understand.
Sometimes you just strike gold, baby.
I guess, but it also has like caused a ton of anxiety. Like a lot of anxiety, because like I'm
you're like, I don't know, I'm just trying to figure some stuff out, and then like it gets a good response.
Oh. Yeah, now it's like, oh fuck, like I've really got to put like the effort into it. Like it's not like I wasn't putting effort into it to begin with, but it was definitely like that type of thing. It was like I started talking to people because they were commenting, and I was like, holy shit, there's actually people commenting on this, people that we don't know. And like, I'm not saying it's an ego boost, but like it was kind of an ego boost in a small sense. But some dude was like, I got like massive Glock 9 vibes from this. I'm super excited to see the series. And I was like, like, how dare you compare me to the greats? Like, but it was also one of those things I was like, fuck, what if it's terrible?
Yeah. It's your one shot, kid.
Yeah, it's exactly.
The whole world's watching.
I fucking Molotov myself like goddamn Summit 1G in the CS tournament. Like, did you ever see that?
Yeah.
Fuck. That'll be what happens. I go to the top and then I just molly myself. So
happens to the best of us.
But I'm excited. I am excited to try and do this little bit of a series, give myself a bit of a challenge within the series, and see how far we get within the new. Like, and I think the biggest thing I'll have to keep in mind is that I'm still relearning the game, and so
and how it plays in this iteration.
I'm gonna have to, like, not only do I have my challenge and my scenario that I'm trying to set up for myself, but I also have to be willing to budge and give a little bit as it starts to progress, because there be me new things. Like I was bitching and complaining at one point, like, oh, like in the alpha series I was doing, I was like, well, this fucking sucks. Like if you're just reading the books and it's just auto upgrading all your shit, like now you're gonna be at a point where like you have to craft certain things at certain levels or not read books. And then as I was playing, I realized there's like a fucking click button that you can go back to previous tiers, which you couldn't before, which is amazing. And if you could, then it's a thing that I just never saw in the game after, you know, I don't know, 2,000 hours of playing this fucking game. I just never noticed it. But it's like one of those things like you can just click to go back to a previous tier. And I'm like, oh, well, that changes everything. That makes it now I'm just going to read everything I fucking can, you know? So,
yeah.
But, yeah, I'm super excited. I fucking love 7 Days, man.
I know you do.
That is like
I don't even understand. I don't think there's anything in this world that I love as much as you love the 7 Days.
I fucking love that game. It's so good. It's so good.
So with this, are you gonna have like NPCs, like other people come in and interact at your store?
So I was trying to think,
like, what if somebody was like, hey, I came in to turn in a mission. You're like, yeah, can I just get some water? You're like, I don't have water. You're like, what the fuck do I do that mission for? And then you have to go like try to talk to. You have to go to a different trader to do a quest to like, I just need water for the store, man. Like, so, take out these buried supplies. So like, fucking piece of shit.
I definitely had that idea of like wanting to do something in the world. So like, I was trying to be kind of like cautious about what I was saying, because I didn't want to say something. Like I responded to somebody on the comment was like, this is a great, this is a great video, but I have no fucking idea what it's about. And I was like, you're right, because I have no idea what it's about. No, it was like, you know, it's a teaser trailer. And like the first episode, I'm kind of explain what's happening. But I mean, the idea, I think more or less was I wanted to build my own trader compound. And so I wanted, like, the trader compounds are indestructible, right? You cannot break through them or whatever. So ideally what I wanted to do was have a POI where it was your horde base, it was your living base, and it was something that would been like the trader compounds, where I started to gather material and put this all up that would eventually look like something like a trader compound. And I'd have all the fucking money and things to be able to sell if there was people that showed up. But also build this thing that would be able to defend against hordes and hordes of zombies. And one of the cheese things you can do with bases is like you just build up. And then you just build up, make a pathway, and zombies just auto funnel to you. So what happens if you had a POI that was on the ground, all of your supplies are in the same location, and you have to defend against horde? How do you make that a reality. So instead of cheesing the system like we have been doing for so many years, what happens if we build a POI?
Defend from all 360.
Exactly. And so that's kind of like the concept of what I want to do. I want to build a trader base that can defend against everything in that. Now, I also think that within the first like few days of the game actually running, or even up to the first horde base, I'm not going to have enough supplies or survivability to maybe make that compound. But I think it's going to be like, hey, I'm buying a fucking rundown location and now I'm going to start putting it together. I don't know. It's still very much so in the works, but I think the end game eventually is to just have a base big enough and bad enough to just defend against zombies standing on the ground floor. So we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I definitely think that I'm going to have to give and take a little bit. It's not going to be as fleshed out as something like Nomad, because Nomad was super simple. Just everything goes in the fucking truck.
Yeah.
And so with this, it's going to be more along the lines of definitely the first playthrough, the first like big series of Alpha 21. And as I start to learn and grow, then I have some other things on the back burner for other series I want to do. I definitely want to retry Horde every night. I want to try shorter days where it's like you have 20-minute days. So or like 15-minute days or whatever. So depending on what you do in the world, like you're coming through nights, and you know,
do one thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, maybe, hopefully, or like you boogie to a trader, you pick up a mission, you may not be able to turn it into the next day. So there's this like revolving idea of you may be missing certain things because traders reset every 3 days. Boom, 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 boom. You're missing out on supplies and stuff like that. And so, but then the question is also with Alpha 21, how quickly can you acquire goods and materials to make up for the lack of having that amount of data? And I just don't know that enough. And so this series will kind of help propel me into Alpha 21 a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, you're still there. I mean, how many years did you have with this last one to really get everything fleshed out, you know?
Yeah, Alpha 20 was, well, Alpha 20 was maybe like what, a year and a half, 2 years, maybe something like that. Alpha 19 was 2 before that, or a year and a half. I don't know. I felt like Alpha 16 took fucking it still blows my mind that this game came out in 2013. It's been 10 years. I've been playing 7 Days to Die for 10 years.
Look at you go. And you still play it.
I love this game.
Ad nauseum.
I do. Yeah. Like, respectively. Like, even Cliff said, he's like, Alpha 21 came out. I didn't think I was going to see you at all. It's like,
yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I mean, we had Diablo.
That's the only
reason. Kept you a little bit.
That's the only.
I think you're gone in the fucking wind.
Yeah.
Even a sat phone could reach you.
I've been doing like testing and stuff, and like entering the world and like trying out block types, and like, because there's a bunch of new stuff that's come out.
This is where we need like a montage of you with like looking under a microscope and like looking at like a beaker and stuff like that. Like, we've done the testing, we've done the science, we know what's capable out of Alpha 21.
I've been watching a lot of different content creators as well, as they've started, because one of the things with
adapting to everything,
well, I think one of the things with us is that we don't get to sit and make content every single day like some of these guys,
like all day every day.
Yeah, exactly. So where like I'm, my knowledge is about this.
But if you would like to like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend, get the words out there, we can get Trevor off the streets and onto the PC full time.
Yeah, I've started developing TMJ from all the dick I'm sucking for cash. So
we're just trying to get by.
Just trying.
And making it one dig at a time.
Or two.
Or
one double.
Shout out to Riley Reed.
Oh fuck. But yeah, just watching content creators like Guns Nerds and Steel, Jawoodle, God, Kane. I mean, Kane's been doing so much stuff with his Darkness Falls mod. But I mean, just like watching them understand it a little bit quicker, because they've got, where I can get 5 days out, they can get 20 days out, so.
Yeah. Now, do the mods roll over into Alpha 21, or are there new mods need to be made?
New mods need to be
Okay.
made. So a lot of the time,
So everybody's kind of on like a level playing ground right now. Then.
it seems like it. I mean, but
Ish.
some of these people are fucking savants. Like Kane with Darkness Falls, like his brain just works differently. And so Darkness Falls is a full overhaul mod. It changes everything. But he had enough of it that was like, oh, I know what I'm working with, and just was able to like manipulate and change it. So I don't know if it's up and running yet, but I know it's like right around the corner.
It will be soon.
Yeah. So blows my mind. I love the mods in that game too. There's just people make some of the weirdest shit. It's so much fun. I love mods in video games, period. I can't wait for Starfield mods.
Starfield.
It's Bethesda, you know you're gonna see it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine flying through space on Thomas the Tank?
Yeah.
Bro, did you hear about all of that? So I guess the what was it, FDA? Not FDA. It's Food and Drug. Federal Trade.
FTC?
FTC.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, so first off,
Monopoly.
Fucking what big dick energy you gotta be to be like, hey, by the way, we're gonna release these court paperwork that basically just says Sony's releasing a slim version of the PS4 priced at this like, whoa, dude, that's some low ball shit right there. Like, you're really trying to fuck people over. But so okay, they got overruled, right? There's no more problems with that. So Microsoft will eventually, sometime very soon, pick up Activision Blizzard, and it's going through. And they were like, you know, one of the biggest things, like, oh, all these.
There's not a fucking thing you can do about it.
Nothing. And like, even to the point where, like, you know, they were saying eventually, like, yeah, we're gonna pick this up, but Sony, like, we're gonna give you 10 years of Call of Duty to basically make your own Call of Duty. So do something.
Call of Duty's already dead. Just fucking BattleBit it.
BattleBit's been rough. We'll get to that in a minute.
Oh yeah.
So so anyway, so FTC's approved. Microsoft's going to go through and pick it up. One of the biggest things that they were griping about was exclusives, how the exclusive market, or something that was like very open to gamers for the longest time between Xbox and PlayStation, have been some of the big name AAA titles. And one of the ones that was on that docket was Starfield, because Bethesda is now Microsoft and all these things. So they're coming to the point where they've soaked up all of these big developers that are known for making the AAA titles, right? Yeah, it sucks, but it also, think about it. You own a PS5, you no longer can play that game. You don't have a PC. You've already spent the money on Sony, and now what do? So you go out and spend another $300.
When you get a fucking job, and you work your little ass off until you can buy all the parts to put together, which a year ago would have been a $5,000 PC, and you let it sit right there until you finally get all the parts in a year and a half later, and then you put it together and you enjoy Starfield like an adult.
Gotta love that depreciation value, man.
I just had it like all out, like looking at everything, like, okay, this is everything. I ordered a bunch of SATA cords just in case, like, and I just kept looking like, this is everything. This is, because God, there's like a part of me that knows, like, I'm gonna fucking find the time to come down there, and I'm gonna bring all this shit, and it's gonna be the same thing, except we don't have fries anymore.
I mean, we got Best Buy, Walmart.
Yeah, that worked out well with the fucking cables we needed. Office Max saving the fucking day, or seriously. Office Depot.
Yeah. God, what a clutch move. Yeah, we got it here. What the fuck? But
I almost just bought a new monitor.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not fucking dealing with this. Like, let's just try one more place.
Yeah. So what's the cheapest monitor you have? We're literally buying it for a $12 cable.
Yeah.
But you are right. Work your ass off and then purchase into it. But it also is one of those things where,
no, but I get it.
It does suck because that
also developers. I feel like this opens the door for more developers to, like, oh, they're all signed here. Now you have a clear path. Emulate. There's no original ideas anymore. And make your version of it.
Not only that,
funding.
But if you can fucking
Am I
pump,
wrong?
no, but you think about that. If a developer can come through and make a game that, like, think of how quick BattleBit came out. There's a bunch of fucking dudes from Roblox.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They've killed it on it. And we'll get to BattleBit in a minute here, but like that whole idea of if you can make that happen, I guarantee you Sony would catch you up in a minute and you would be making a hand over fist just in competition against Microsoft. What? Everything okay?
Yeah. No, I had a weird pop up that made me distracted. It's fine. It's gone now. Don't
Too much porn.
Don't worry about it.
But yeah, so I just think that it just sucks for that console war thing that like here we are in 2023 still battling over consoles. And it's like, I mean, this was one of the reasons I had gone back to PC gaming so heavily was because I was just sick of things taking
really don't
forever.
have to deal with it.
Yeah, there's things the console's great because you know what you get will run. Like you're not gonna get something that's like I gotta change this setting or fucking move this around or it didn't launch on this day because I didn't have this driver installed. But then there's also that problem of like everything takes so much time because consoles have to go through rigorous testing back and forth to make sure that their consoles don't brick when you upload a fucking a game.
Yeah.
Anyway, Microsoft gets the hit on this. They're like, hey, we understand you guys are really hurting about this whole thing about Starfield and everything. We want to let you know Starfield will be on Game Pass for free, and we're dropping the price of Game Pass down to $1 a month. So fucking good, dude. I was like, there's no way. There's no way. It was so fucking perfect, dude. It was so perfect. I swear to God. I was like, you can't make this shit up. I was like, oh my Lord.
That's a mic drop.
Oh my God. It was so fucking perfect. Hey, you know how you drug us through this? By the way, $1 a month, pick up Starfield. And what a perfect marketing aspect. Oh, I gotta go and buy a fucking $300 system to play Starfield or whatever it comes out to, $350 or whatever the fucking cost for an Xbox.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, we totally understand, but we don't need you to pay. Here, pay $1. You get a plethora of fucking games. I mean, Game Pass is thick right now with video games. Holy shit. It's
Game Pass is the shit.
It is the shit. And it also blows my mind because it's like, you're looking at this going like, how are you making any money on this? But then at the same point in time, it's like, who gives a shit because you're a fucking billion-dollar corporation that's literally giving things away for free.
Your power in that circumstance isn't the game itself. It's all of the fucking intellectual properties that you're soaking up and keeping under your umbrella. And whether or not you're recouping or not, like, it's irrelevant. They're just keeping these IPs.
There is some part of it that like worries me that maybe the developers get shafted in the long run because games used to be the point where like if you purchased a video game, the developer got a portion of that sale. And like that's what was so bad about GameStop back in the day is because when you sold a copy back to GameStop paid you your fucking $5 for a $60 game or whatever it was and then resold it at $50 and they got to keep all the total profits on that and it never went back to the developers. And that's why so many developers started doing like digital only or things like that, like to the point where they just were reducing the physical copy because now places
got to be like a tipping point though for like Game Pass and getting it on the Game Pass as like a relatively unknown developer and like getting your name out there. It's got to pay off if there's not like too much into it. Now, if you're like a huge AAA, obviously yours going straight to a Game Pass for free may not be your ideal situation.
Yeah, there's got to be that middle ground though too, where it's like, okay, new name developer getting on Game Pass is great because you get your name out there, and you probably just take a chunk of change. Game Pass probably just goes, here's a fucking thump of money for the property itself, and take it or leave it. And then the big name developers are probably like, well, we may not make as much money, but then at the same point in time, it's like, well, if you want our game on Game Pass, then you need to give us a chunk of money. But it's the middle ground ones where like, how much can you float into that and still make profitable games? How many
battle passes can you really sell?
Yeah. So moving on to
cattle passes
Yeah. Shotgun Farmers was fucking amazing.
Shotgun Farmers was fun.
It was so much fun. I have never yeehawed as hard as I had.
Drunk at 3 p.m.
Yeah,
That's a crop duster. We
crop
played it
drop.
for 6 hours.
Yes.
Like, crop drop.
It's a crop drop incoming.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck. I had way too much fun with that game.
Yeah, if we've said it once, we've said it 1,000 times. It doesn't need the craziest graphics or the craziest mechanics. Just make it fun.
Just make it fun. Yeah. Fucking instantly
and
like
keep Sean away from the middle that grows the crops the fastest.
Yeah.
Because even in a shooting game, he will find a way to farm.
My favorite, so I recorded that. I was gonna try and bring out a video for that, but I just haven't had time to like edit it down or whatever. My favorite thing is when you had to hold on to the chicken, and Sean kept getting the chicken, and the whole time he's just like, "Man, that's my good chicken there, she." Yeah. At the end of the game, like we lost or whatever, and Sean's team won, and he's like, "Now you see. You gotta learn how to hold on to your chickens." So I'm like, fucking what? Oh man, too good. Oh man, so BattleBit. Okay, I've been playing BattleBit. I really fucking like that game. And thank you, Chris, for coming out and just being like, play Roblox with me one fucking time, and I'm like, there is no way in hell. And he's like, there's a dope ass game, and I think you'd like it. You just got to try it. I'm like, all right, man, let's fucking go. And I played BattleBit and Roblox, and I was like, oh, this is kind of dope. And then it just did the. I've been in chat, like in game, like I got killed by someone who was like, I missed a Roblox day when it was just 6-year-olds I played against. Some guys like, all right, fuck you, pal. Like, but okay, so started playing it. It's great. It's the same problem with any fucking game. Developers like, oh no, we're working on good anti-cheat, everything. Fucking already, dude. ESPs, they're everywhere in that fucking game. And you're getting
even in Shotgun Farmer.
And if you're in Shotgun Farmer,
you're never
safe.
Too far away from a cheater.
And it felt bad because there have been some kills that I'm like, I just don't know. And some guys like, he's gone 50-3 on this map. Like, okay, maybe he's just really good. I don't know. There's no way. Maybe it's Maybelline. There's no kill cam in that game, so there's no way to like actually check. And so because of that, it's super questionable. I got into one game where like teams felt very competitive and it was fun. I got into one game where we just, and I was playing like big team maps, so it's like 125 v 125 or whatever the fucking number is. There's no fucking way 4 guys steamrolled an entire map, right? It was just like, all right, maybe. I'm not
bad.
I don't want to call it out yet because I know I'm old and I suck at video games. Okay, so it's possible I just suck. But when the rest of the team is like, dude, what the fuck is going on? It's like, yeah, you know something's up. It's big enough, and it's a big enough game, and over like a period of the map that you really don't know. I mean, if you have a few guys that are like jumping in. So like the first thing I did is I was like, all right, let me look and see if there's any videos on this or websites, because all you have to do is just type in video game hacks or cheats, and like you just get a fucking plethora of items.
Oh yeah.
And sure enough, they were there. The videos are there. It's showing people. They're showing people with the ESPs in game.
Join our Discord.
Yeah, and it's like, oh man.
Yeah.
Bummer. Couldn't even last a week.
I mean, it's almost expected, you know. if there is a shooter game, there will be walls and ESP and aimbot within minutes of its release.
Yeah, man. It's incredible how like a lot of people were saying, one of the guys I was watching who was talking about the cheats in BattleBit was like, because of the way, I guess, the coding or whatever it is, like it's incredibly easy to just port everything over from other previous games and just run them as standard. And people are like, you know, this is why the anti-cheat systems that are, you know, Battle Eye or whatever the fuck they are just are trash. They just don't work. And it's just what it is. And then the fact that people are already making videos on it, and then not just like, oh, I'm talking about cheaters in video games, like showing content of people using the ESPs. Like, ah, yeah, we downloaded them, we did it just to show you they're in game. It's like, what?
Yeah. Fucking goat moth wannabes.
Yep.
It's like it's only good for one person in like a certain amount of time. Everyone past that, you're just contributing to the problem.
Yep, that's exactly right.
And even just adding to the like when he interviewed the people for all like the Tarkov stuff, like he never said like which company, he never like gave them exposure like that, but like people that are like, it's easy, we went here, and they give you like a step-by-step, like all you have to do, don't do this, kids, cheating's bad, but if you would, it's like the OJ Simpson, like, if I did it book.
Like, it's also when you get to that point and you've like full on like explained the system out, part of me also thinks like you've been using those for a while.
Yeah,
you know,
way too easy.
Yeah, way too easy. Like, you know, I don't know.
He goes to type and there's already like 8 different things in his search bar as he's doing it. Like,
favorite, it's bookmarked.
Welcome back, John.
Yep. I did this ahead of time, so I
based on your previous purchases. Would you like the premium package?
Oh God. Fuck. Feels bad. Feels bad only because I just want a shooter. I just want to play a shooter.
Oh. Speaking of shooters, tell me what you got on the Steam Summer Sale. Tell me about it.
I picked up.
Tell me all about it.
I don't know what. Chris got me Brotato.
Yeah, I was honestly looking at Brotato. That was one that I was going to send to you.
Brotato is a lot of fun. It was one that I've been waiting on for quite some time. I was like, you know, I'll get it.
I got Starship Troopers Extermination.
Okay.
I got the Get the Fuck Out game.
GTFO? Yes.
I got Generation Zero.
Oh, I'm so excited about Gen Zero.
Deceive Incorporated.
What was that?
Deceive. That's actually another one.
Deceive.
On my list of shooters.
Yes.
That I was gonna see if you knew about, because I was gonna send it to you.
Deceive is fucking. It's on my wish list. I've been trying to get people to want to play it. It is. Do you remember when we played First Class Trouble?
I got it, baby. Yeah.
It's a lot like First Class Trouble, only imagine it in a spy aspect. So there's something to steal. There's other people that can like disguise themselves as normal NPCs. And then there's like the shooter aspect of like trying to stop the spies. I have been wanting to play that since it had come out.
Man, what was the other? Oh, Generation Zero. That's a single player one.
No, Gen Zero? Gen Zero's co-op.
Maybe I'm thinking about a different one then. I got Ark.
Wait.
I got Carly and the Reaper Man Escape from the Underworld.
Oh, you did get Carly and the Reaper Man. Okay, I got to pick up Carly and the Reaper Man.
That's only VR though.
So it's VR. Well, it's combination. It's VR and then some person plays like a standard character or whatever.
Okay.
So that was the one we talked about last week where there's the fucking Reaper in the sky that like helps you figure out all the puzzles.
That's that one.
Yes, that's that one.
Aaron messaged me that one. He said he wanted us to do a
Freaky Friday on it.
Freaky Friday for that. Yeah.
Yes. I'm like trying to look through my, because I got like dumbass things. I got Choo Choo Survivor, Bomber Crew, this game called Vaporium, Shock and Finders. Oh my God. Me, Pat, Aaron, and Sean played genital jousting for like 2 hours. It is. That was an experience.
Oh, Grand Emprise was the other one that I was supposed to look at.
Grand Emprise?
Yeah.
I got Halls of Torment. That was that. Remember I bought that? We were going to do it. It's like a Vampire Survivor meets Diablo 2, like bullet hell game. That's been a lot of fun.
Oh, Grand Emprise isn't out yet. That's why.
Yeah, my Steam Summer Sale has been very limited. I haven't bought a whole lot of stuff. I got some like knick-knack stuff to just play in between our like game.
I also feel like I didn't really need a lot. I just felt like I had to like get something.
Well, some of like
You
the
know?
best sales are like games I've already owned, you know, or have
Yeah,
owned for
yeah, no.
years. So it was like, meh, you know.
Like a big like oh, this is 75% off, but it was a AAA title like 5 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
And like some of them I wouldn't mind to have, but it's like if I've already beat it, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's like Titanfall 2 right now is like $4 or something.
I
And
was
I was
looking at
like,
that.
I've only played Titanfall 2 like 20 times at this point, and the multiplayer was dope, but I thought they shut the multiplayer down.
You're bringing it back, baby.
Apparently.
Either that or it's all just grayed out on the menu. You're like,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Yeah, I was looking at past Call of Duty games, not for Call of Duty-esque, but like World at War. Like, I want to play fucking World at War multiplayer maps, but I guess those servers are shut down. So it's like, nah. Well, then I'd just be buying it for zombies and single player, and I don't really give a shit about the single player aspect for that game. That story was fun, but it was way too fucking hard. And zombies, like, I've got other Call of Duties for that. Yeah. But the multiplayer, fuck, dude, those maps were so sick. Iron Sight fucking bolt action cars was just the shit in that game, dude. The map where it's at nighttime, but it's like at the docks in like the Vietnamese village or whatever it is, and you like fucking you're out in the water, like on the water side. Fuck, dude, that map was so good. That game was so much fun. World of War changed, I think, a lot of how.
Because I think it's Karate Kid.
What do you mean?
Where like it should just be left in the past. It shouldn't be remade with Jaden Smith.
Oh,
yeah. like there's certain things that's just Karate Kid. Like you just leave them back there. You don't need to revisit them. Just remember the good times that you had.
I feel like that's the correct point of it. Then that's what I'm saying. I don't need it remastered. I don't need it updated. I mean, why not? Won't they? Because it's money.
Yeah.
But
re-release it $80 for the deluxe edition of the remastered game
with a battle pass. 3 to 6 maps removed.
Slide cancel move.
Yeah, exactly. And slide cancel. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Don't you dare forget about slide canceling.
And then all of the updated stuff that they do, they'll put into Warzone for an additional price as well. I'm relieved I'm no longer playing Call of Duty. Current Call of Duty.
It feels really good.
It does feel good.
It feels like a weight is like lifted off your shoulders.
That's how it was when WoW was gone, bro.
I'm gonna get back into WoW.
You want to get back into WoW? Don't diss me.
What your reaction was. I got back in Diablo. I had a little like, I don't know, how long has it been since Diablo 4 came out? 2 weeks?
June 6th.
3? June 6th.
I mean, unless we had the early access. So what was it, like a week before that or whatever?
So like 2.5 weeks, something like that.
Sure.
Because I mean, we played like when it first came out, and I feel like I was right with everybody, and then I had a lot of work and shit, so I wasn't on. And when I got up, like everybody's in like the 70s, and I'm still like fucking like 30. I'm like, this kind of sucks. And so that kind of like killed the motivation, I think, a little bit. And then like with season 1 coming out, I was like, dude, I just need to get all my altars. So I started running around, getting all my altars. While I was doing that, Ducky, Turducken, buddy of mine on Twitch, he was like spam me invites, and he's like, come on, dude, like let's run some dungeons. I was like, nah, like I'm super low level, like I literally can't. He's playing with like a 98 character. He's like, come on, you just sit in the fucking front of the dungeon, just shut up. It's like, all right. So I ran with him. I think I'm at 69.
Nice.
But I finally got to the point where like in Torment on like 20 to 30, like right, that's like the sweet spot where like I can still actually kill things.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it feels like I'm playing the game again.
Yeah, dude. That's what I was saying. That 50 to 60 jump felt like it was like,
rough.
Bro, it was like all of a sudden from like 1 to 50.
It's discouraging.
Yeah, 1 to 50 was like, oh, this is good. Like I'm enjoying the story, I'm enjoying the game, I'm finding out the mechanics. 50 to 60 was like, fuck, dude, this is the grind. This is how this is gonna go. 60 to 70 felt like it was like a blink. all of a sudden like I hit 60 and then like 65 and then from 65 to like where I'm at now, like in the 70s or whatever, all of a sudden it was like boom, instant. I was like,
Comes
okay,
easy.
cool. 70 on though, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with this game.
Yeah. But I got all my Lilith altars, and something should be said about how good I went back. I put a YouTube video of like the 4K, all of the cutscenes from Diablo.
Mm-hmm.
Something can be said on how fucking good they did with that.
Yeah.
It was like a full like hour and 45-minute movie I basically watched.
Yeah.
It was solid.
So did you watch the ones that encompassed all the previous games as well? So there's, I'll have to send it to you. It's like a full lore video by just cutscenes. So there's like small clips of like the Book of Lorath in between each of like the games. So like game 1, game 2, game 3, game 4. And then there's all the cutscenes that like in chronological order to like kind of give you the full storyline. And it's just really well done. But it was like a fucking 3-hour YouTube video. It was like, it was chunky, boy. Holy shit, you just kind of watch it and all of a sudden you're like, the lore of this game is really good. Diablo lore is a lot of fun, man.
I may or may not have all of the Diablo books in my Amazon cart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just because somebody was like talking about it. There was like I can't remember what it was. There was one thing I was like, but what was that? Like, what's the connection there? And some guy's like, well, as I some the neckiest of beards was like, well, actually, if you look in the Diablo book so-and-so, in chapter something, like it goes on this long-winded thing, but I was like, oh, maybe there's something there. Decent read.
I picked up the Book of Lorath. Whoa, God, Jesus, calm down.
This
is the guy... I haven't started listening to it yet. Diablo 4 DB. Hold on. I need to look something up because I think the reason why I picked it up is because someone said come on. Video game, come on.
Yeah, give it to us. Come on.
Yeah. So
video game.
So the Book of Lorath is the newest book that they brought out. And there's a bunch of YouTube videos that have the Book of Lorath or whatever, but the actual Book of Lorath on Audible is read by the dude who does Lorath's voice in game. So it's super bassy, like welcome to Diablo thing. Like he reads the whole story, and so it's like, fuck, all right, I'm just gonna listen to his deep bassy voice where just your bones rattle when he talks. I'm coming. I haven't started it though.
Did I send you that video? It's like, one of us has a vibrator in our bum.
No.
Who could it be? Is it me? Is it Steve? Is it Chris? Chris, for some reason, he's in a big, deep, bassy voice. Okay. We were doing really good. We made it
43 minutes.
43 minutes of talking about actual video games.
Yeah, we did great. Oh God, are you ready?
I don't even know what we were saying before the
I don't know.
The bum now.
Deep bassy voice, yeah.
You said deep bassy voice. My mind went immediately to that.
It's gone from here.
Gone.
There's no recovering. Are you gonna play season 1?
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna do, I think, a Necro build. I think only Necro and Barb are the ones that I haven't played. And Necro just looks fun. So I think I'm going to do a Necro build, run through that.
It's fun now. It was
I know. I'm really wondering. They have to do what they're gonna do, right?
Like, they're gonna nerf the
playbook.
They're gonna
nerf
stuff.
Know
it's coming.
Gonna get pushed around.
I know it's coming, especially because Necro is so good at endgame right now. So good.
Necro and Rogue are just Honestly, even the fucking druid is fucking.
Did you see the guy that did like 2 billion damage on a single hit with his druid?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. What are you doing, man?
Okay, stuff like that, you could take down a little bit. But
Yeah.
I just have a feeling they're going to nerf some shit to the ground somehow to then loop it around to like, just buy this. You know, like there's got to be something like that. I don't fucking trust them.
I don't know enough about the season's like internal currency that they're doing that's coming off the battle pass to determine if like
I did see to get one cosmetic pack, it cost me at least $25.
Someone was saying that the other day. They were talking about how ridiculous microtransactions have gotten. At what point the question was put out there, and this is fucking super interesting for the gaming world. At what point does it no longer become a microtransaction and it's just a transaction? Exactly. Because if
$70 game in one
skin
to make my guy
use only by one class, right? Use only by one class is the same cost of what Witcher's Blood and Wine DLC was.
Yeah.
And Witcher's Blood and Wine DLC was about the size, not huge, but like probably a third the size of the actual Witcher game. It was fucking massive. So you're telling me, especially coming off of like a AAA game studio, a AAA game, and a big ass, like think of what the cost of the new Cyberpunk DLC is going to be. Because that comes out in what, November, December, something like that?
Mm-hmm. Phantom Liberty.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it's called. Robo Penis Central. If that DLC is $30, people will bitch and complain. But it's deserved. It's an entire DLC.
Yeah.
So that makes me question, if a skin is $20, how much is a Diablo 4 DLC going to be?
I think that might be where I draw the line. As long as you and Clorf and everybody else stay the line.
No, there was a stay the line. Do you remember the stay the line on not purchasing Call of Duty?
I didn't purchase it. It got gifted to me.
Well, you can refund gifts.
So then I gifted it to you. What was it? 10 hours?
It was like hours? We shot a podcast. It was like, we're not doing it. And then the
very next day, I got on my computer and I was like, I'm not fucking buying that. And it's all, this has been gifted to you. I was like, oh. And honestly, I didn't know you could return it and say I don't want it until I sent it to you and it came back to me. I was like, hey, what the fuck? No. I rebought it.
Oh my God, man.
Yeah.
I feel it does feel that's the disgusting point of the gaming industry that I cannot seem to get away from or behind is just, and he hit it so perfectly point. At what point do you stop calling this a microtransaction?
Yeah.
Phone games are microtransactions. 99 cents for this.
Where they get you like, 99 cents at a time.
Yeah. That's a microtransaction.
You will still rack up a real transaction, buddy. But at least trick me into it.
And Diablo started doing the thing of the Call of Duty with the skins, where at first I was thinking, okay, well, if they're gonna have a store and it's only cosmetic, cool. Let's have it like listed out so you could see like whatever was featured, and then for each of the classes, like so if you skipped a skin or didn't grab it when it was featured, you could buy it later down the line. So there was just a long list. Like, you know, go to Path of Exile. You want to find any skin that it's in the store. You just search and search until you find it. If it's 50 pages, it's 50 pages. Who gives a shit? Just search until you find a skin that you actually like. No. The store refreshes because
there'll be 4 for this, 4 for this, 4 for this.
It cycles out,
the feature.
And then some of them may not show back up. So now they can definitely get you with the whole, oh, hey, it's back up. Make sure you buy it. So you got that FOMO. Oh, fuck, I haven't seen the skin in 6 weeks. I got to buy it now. And it's on like a 12-hour market. So like maybe you skipped a date and it was there, but now you got to wait God knows how long until it shows back up. Which then the next questionable point is how long until we run into the situation like how Call of Duty had, where it's only $20 for you, but it's $30 for me.
You don't buy a lot. Come on. Yeah. You just know.
But that's the
You know what's
company, man.
coming.
That's
I know.
Activision. That's Blizzard.
That's the worst part.
That is
Is
that.
that you know the playbook.
That is their
They
company.
invented it.
They invented it. They patented it. It is. Didn't they patent it? Wasn't that something that they had? There's like a patent out for. I'll have to look this up. I could be talking out of my ass. I'm almost 100% positive Activision has a patent on like a fucking battle pass or an in-game store thing. And that would, it's so scummy. It's just so scummy. So what do? You buy indie. And what does indie have? Hackers.
Yeah.
So guys, we don't have enough money to really make a good fucking anti-cheat. We're trying our best here.
Yeah.
I haven't played games. I mean, other than shooting 7 Days to Die and like the one night we played Diablo, like over the weekend or whatever, I haven't played games at all.
I've literally just played Diablo this weekend. And it's like I've had like from like 9 to like maybe midnight.
Yeah.
Just run some nightmare dungeons. All right, guys, I'm off. Get on. Just kind of do the same thing over and over again.
Yeah. I'm just, I keep pulling up my Steam list. There's nothing to play. Keep pulling up fucking my...
I'm actually excited for some of the stuff I got.
Yeah. GTFO could be a lot of fun. GTFO was fucking difficult. Me, Sean, and Aaron played GTFO when it first came out. Well, maybe not first came out, but a little bit later. It is incredibly tough. Everything is limited ammo. Enemies hit like fucking trucks. Like,
honestly, I'm trying to get back in this Hunter Call of the Wild.
I kind of was thinking about it the other day too.
I mean, I've got all the safaris and stuff. I bought everything that game has except for one thing. I don't remember what it was. But
I mean, it was a good
take down a lion,
bro. It was a good night. It was a good night.
Yeah,
just bullshitting, running around the countryside, killing shit, like trying to kill shit.
Drink.
Yeah, lots of time to drink. Yeah, that end of the night got a little rough.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like we're having more fun with the silly shit than we are the fucking
silly
well-produced fucking games.
Well, and another big thing too is like I've been looking
Rounds.
Rounds is a
perfect example.
Rounds is also made by Nightfall, the company that did Nightfall.
Yeah.
So it's like it's going to be good. Tabs.
I still haven't dabbled with Shower with Your Dad Simulator yet. That's another one that's on the list that I really gotta put some time into. Shout out to Aaron.
Yeah. Oh, you know what we started playing the other day? Pad was on and was like, I want to play video games. Cool, what are we playing? That's how we got into
Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, so that's how we got into Genital Jousting. It was 69 cents, so I just bought it for everybody. Will was in the channel. He's like, I'm gone. I'm out. So come play Genital Jousting. He's like, no, God. It's like, all right. So we played that for like an hour until we couldn't get Cliff got on, and then we couldn't get another person in. It was supposed to be up to 8 players. I was like, 8 dicks and butts sounds awesome. Let's go. But apparently it's only a 4-player game unless you're playing on controller, and then 2 people can play on 1 stick. So that's how you get 8 players. And it's like, oh fuck.
I bet you can.
Yeah. And then so we swapped over to Dead by Daylight. Fuck, that was probably the most fun I had in a video game in some time. So it was me, Sean, Aaron, and Pat. Me, Sean, Aaron, Pat, Cliff. So the 5 of us, because it's a 5-player game. Just running around, and just so whoever we just swapped out the killer. So one round someone was a killer, the next round somebody swapped out. We deafened them in game, so that way they couldn't hear us. And then we just tried to do the survivor tactic and play. It was Cliff's first night playing. It was so much fun, especially because we did like a custom lobby where everything was unlocked.
Yeah,
Fuck.
Dead by Daylight, when you have like the right people, fucking great.
Yeah.
Dead by Daylight, when you have like some randoms or stuff like that, or like people who like take it way too seriously.
Well, that's the thing. Pad had played that game probably, I don't know, a couple thousand hours at this point. like
Uh,
disgusting amount of time. So like his knowledge was
he's
like,
a survivor that will just run around,
oh
like
yeah,
right in front of the killer. And
yeah,
just,
he's just one of
yeah.
those guys that'll just it's disgusting to watch him play. He played Wesker for his first game.
Fuck you. I'm never playing with him. Now.
And it was like I literally
I'm
jumped
so bad.
I jump scared. Like I turned and like his Wesker just came bolting at me, and I was like, ah! And then I just got downed. I was like, what the fuck, man? He's really good. But he also did a cool thing where he was just like, I'm not gonna be a piece of shit. Like I'll let you guys play a little bit and have fun.
Yeah.
And that was, like I said, that was probably the most fun I had. I think it was all because we were on, like, other than Pad up here, like all the rest of us were about here. So it was a lot of fun to just kind of like have that experience happen. But like, yeah, when I play online, I'm like, this is anything but fun. This is incredibly difficult. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah.
And people are just yelling and pissed off at one another because you fucked up on a gen. It's like, bro, I'm still trying to learn. There was a point where I was a killer. I was running around getting a bunch of them, but like just like knocking them, kicking gens, doing a bunch of stuff. And at one point it was like coming towards the end, and like they were like running out of supplies and stuff. And then like I was like chasing Pad on one side of the map, and I just watched the gen go boom, 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 like back to back. And I was like, I guess I'm gonna head over there. Like, so we got out of the channel, and Cliff was like, I fucked it up like 5 times in a row.
The memes have been outstanding.
Yeah. That's why I said I went to the subreddit to find memes, and I was like, I don't understand anything that's happening here.
Yeah.
But then some of them would come through. It was like, oh, this is golden. I think that's what we should do. We should play Dead by Daylight. It's cross-platform. You know what I mean? If you've got Game Pass, it's free. Just like Ark is free on Game Pass.
I only paid $3 for Ark.
But did you get all the DLCs?
No. That would have been $23.
I think they're all free on Game Pass.
Well, fuck me.
I mean, if anything, oh, dude, I would love to play Ark again. Actually, that is a good point. I would love to play Ark again, but I think we need to pick up a very specific map to play. I think it's like Arboration or whatever the fucking one of the newer maps.
I've only played Ark once.
It's okay. It's okay.
I remember almost nothing about
That's totally fine. New map, new mechanics.
But fuck it.
Dude, I will download. Ark is big though, too. Ark is like 80 gigs.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a chunky boy.
Ooh. 130 gigs.
Oh, 130. Yeah, sorry, my bad.
That's all.
It's a big boy.
That's all. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
We should play Ark. That'd be fun. I want to do a group 7 days. Huh? You got all the
expansions are free.
There's a lot of them. Check. There's like a map called Aberration or something like that, or Exile, or fuck. I'll have to look it up. It's one of the newer maps. It came out in like 2020.
Why can't I just add them all? Can't you just? Hey, if you're gonna be a bitch about it.
Welcome to gaming.
You're there.
Yep.
So we're getting into Ark.
Yeah, until Elden Ring DLC comes out.
And Nightingale.
If Nightingale.
Still no word on that yet.
No. Weren't they supposed to launch like now?
Q3 is what they were saying. We'll see. If we get to like end of August, early September, and they're like, we're pushing to Q4, that's when I start like,
oh, you know what? I was just watching a video on this. Something that we may want to look at. I don't know if you picked it up or not. Have you ever heard of V Rising? It's
a vampire game.
Vampire game. So I don't know if it's on sale right now, but I guess they just brought out a DLC that I guess changed almost like redid the game in general to make it like so much more not just user friendly, but just like quality of life changes the community's been looking for. And I guess like the survivor aspect of it has been huge. I kind of want to try V Rising and like give it a real shakedown. I know Sean and Aaron were playing it for a little bit, and then I tried to get into it, but I think I was shooting Nomad at the time, and so I didn't have the time to like get into it. And since we're not really doing anything with Valheim,
Yeah. Ooh. Is our last 2 hours with that server.
I need to get the save off of it then.
Goodbye, sweet prince.
I updated it. Aaron popped in. Is like everything is still there, so I'm gonna snag the save off of it. And if we decide to do it again, then we'll just upload that save into. We'll do like G Portal or something where we can actually fuck around with the settings. Yeah. No more indifferent broccoli.
Yeah, Cliff.
Fucking.
All
right. Let's lock this down.
Next time I'm on the pod, I won't be here.
Yeah. Completely new environment. One door down.
Yeah.
Which means, so there's a potential for the next couple of weeks that we'll have a guest on the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure next week and potentially the week after.
Yeah. I would say probably both.
Okay.
Because I should get the keys when this video comes out, Friday.
Mm-hmm.
But then I don't really have any time off work to really start moving stuff until Tuesday.
Okay.
And then I have like 2 days off, and then I'm back into work. But then that next week, it is I have a brick of time that I can just start moving everything over. So
okay,
it's kind of like little stuff. Yeah, just gonna be a lot of putting spackle over holes that I put a TV in and shit like that, and cleaning and
probably easier if you just rip the TV off and then just patch it with new sheetrock.
I know.
Oh fuck. All right, let's get out of here. We will catch you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.